Hello manufacturers. We are excited to have you here today. Our topic of discussion is the BIS certification for copper and nickel powder. First and foremost, it's crucial to understand that BIS certification for copper and nickel is mandatory. This means that adherence to the specified standards is not an option but a requirement that impacts your production and market access. Today, our objective is to provide a comprehensive examination of these standards, to assist you in meeting compliance requirements. Welcome to MindSync, your compliance guard. I'm Baston Benny, and you're watching MindSync's BIS series. MindSync is a professional organization providing compliance, consulting, and advisory services. The government has issued quality control orders for copper and nickel powder. We will dive deeper into these orders to explore what they mean for your business. First, let's explore nickel powder. Manufacturers. If you are in the business of producing nickel powder, then you need to mandatorily get it certified. This standard outlines the requirements for nickel powder used in the manufacturing of heavy alloys and hard metals. Now, let's talk about marking nickel powder. Each container of nickel powder should be marked with the following information. Nickel powder. Net mass of powder in the container. Manufacturer's name. Batch number and date of manufacture of the powder. Net mass of powder in the container. Now, let's dive into average particle size. To determine this, we strictly adhere to Indian Standard 7512, which outlines the method for the determination of average particle size of metal powders by Fisher Subsieve Sizer. The target range we aim for is 2 to 7 micrometers. However, it's worth noting that for specific applications, alternate size specifications can be mutually agreed upon between the manufacturer and the use. The government specifies standards for the quality of nickel powder, and these standards include the chemical composition for nickel powder, which is listed below. Now, let's shift our focus to another Indian standard. Let's explore copper. This standard defines the chemical composition and physical properties of various types of copper in the form of refinery shapes. Now, let's chat about refinery shapes for copper. It's important to understand these because they're the building blocks of various copper products. Think of them as the raw materials in the copper world. So, first up, we have refinery shapes, and they come in three main flavors: horizontally, vertically, and continuously cast wire bars. These shapes offer a lot of versatility when it comes to making copper products. Wire bars, cakes, and billets, on the other hand, are meticulously crafted for specific uses in creating various wrought copper products. And then there are ingots, serving as the foundation for alloying processes in both wrought and cast copper alloys. As we've discussed the refinery shapes of copper, let's now look into tolerances on mass and dimensions for refinery shapes other than horizontally cast wire bars. On the slide, we've got a handy list of refinery shapes on the left and their corresponding tolerances on the right. We are diving into some essential terminologies related to copper specifications. Cathode copper refers to a high-quality, flat copper product produced through a process known as electro-refining or electroinning. Think of it as the purest form of copper. It can be supplied either in its full size or cut into smaller pieces, depending on the agreement between the supplier and purchaser. Moving on, the term copper, we're talking about a specific type of copper with an incredibly high level of purity. It must contain a minimum of 99.85% pure copper. Now, let's explore casting copper. This type of copper, often called fire-refined tough-pitch copper, is typically created by melting down recycled copper and shaping it into ingots. To conclude, we'd like to highlight one more point from the standard: the information to be given by the purchaser. The below listed 8 pieces of information must be provided to the purchaser. If you need any more details or a more in-depth understanding of the standard, please don't hesitate to contact us. If your business requires certification and licensing under any BIS scheme, MindSync is here to assist. Let us take the lead in handling your certification needs, ensuring a smooth journey through compliance. Stay tuned for our next insight on the BIS series. Thank you.